Bueno, que está muy fuerte, creo. Vamos con ese avance del 1.5. Me conecto con un poquito de retraso porque tiene problemas técnicos, pero ya lo tenemos.
But one day their path was blocked, and they were separated by an unknown god.
Ether!
Lumine!
And now the two of them are finally reunited in the Genshin Impact version 1.5 special program!
Yay! Welcome everybody, I'm Zach Aguilar, and I voice the male traveler Ether in Genshin Impact.
Hey everyone, I'm Sarah Miller-Cruz, and I voice the female traveler, Lumine.
It's so great that we're together for this program, especially since our characters finally had a chance to meet in version 1.4.
I know, tell me about it. I'm so glad that they invited me to the show. I've always been super curious about what it's like to do a special program. It always looked like you and Karina were having so much fun in the previous ones.
Hey, that's what the special program's all about. And today certainly won't be an exception, as we are joined by Keith Silverstein.
Ooh, I like the trumpet there. Very nice. Hi, everybody. My name's Keith
La voz.
Silverstein, and I voice Zhang Li, consultant for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor in Genshin Impact.
Yes, Mr. Zhang Li himself, who, spoiler alert, is really Morax. That's right, the Geo-Archon, widely respected as Rex Lapis, the god of contracts himself. Whew, talk about a list of titles.
And that is exactly why I leave the introductions to you, Zach.
Honestly, it's so hard to express how much we love your performance in the game, Keith. And by we, I obviously mean myself and a lot of other players.
Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you.
It is really an honor to play a role that's loved by so many, myself included, of course. And come on, how exciting is this? I'm so excited that I'm doing a version preview with you guys. This is going to be great.
Yeah, so why don't we take a quick moment to thank our viewers for joining us today and for their amazing support of Genshin Impact.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, big thank you to the entire Genshin Impact community. Thanks for your love and support.
So, Keith, what do you think of Genshin Impact so far?
Well, I mean, we all know it's an amazing game. I mean, right off the bat, it's beautiful. You know, the graphics, the character design, everything. But the thing that really has blown me away has really been just the fan base. Just that this game is so popular worldwide, and I mean, it's such an honor to be a part of something like that.
Totally agree. I've loved interacting with the fan base myself, and currently I'm still on the grind. I just love the gameplay, the graphics are absolutely beautiful, and I also love playing the game on my phone whenever I can't get to my PC.
Okay, so here's the question, Zach. What have you enjoyed the most in version 1.4 so far?
Ooh, you know, it's so tough because I love all the mini games, but I think my favorite one is Ballads of Breeze. And I just love getting out my lyre, too, as I travel around Tibet and play my random little songs.
That sounds pretty cool.
Sharing my musical genius.
Well, let's not go too far there, Zach. I mean, I'm sure you're good and all, but genius?
Yeah, I'm sure you're great.
Anyways, I believe many of our viewers are waiting to hear more about what's in store for version 1.5. So why don't we start things off with a quick overview?
Sounds great.
Vamos.
Take it away, Zach.
You got it. In version 1.5, we'll have some brand new characters, several cool new monsters, and various special events. We'll also have an all-new feature to explore. And as always, there will be some optimizations and adjustments to our overall gaming experience.
Wow, very nice.
Aside from all the new content, Genshin Impact is also having its native release for PlayStation 5 on April 28th, the same day version 1.5 comes online, so that's definitely exciting.
Totally. It's great news for our PlayStation 5 players out there.
Yeah,
Ya les tocaba,
we'll get our
pobre.
first glimpse of version 1.5 from the trailer. But before we get to that, I'd like to remind our viewers that we'll be giving away redemption codes throughout the stream.
In terms of Primo Gems, we have Primo Gems.
Yeah, and just remember that they might appear at
Esos
any time
códigos
during the
buenos.
show, so be sure to stick around for those. Okay, now let's take a first look at the official trailer for Genshin Impact version 1.5, Beneath the Light of Jadeite.
If it is fated, we will meet again.
What?
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
What?
Forged of elemental crystal. The enraged earth will not absolve you. You stand upon your tomb.
Si no hubiéramos tenido bastante con protodragones Geo, ¿no? El protodragón Geo.
This is order. It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me. So here lies the wisdom of the gods.
Nuevo boss, nuevo boss, nuevo boss.
Hey, wait a minute. Does this count as martial arts? Ready for trial. Incinerate!
Dale, dale.
Breath of the flame. Inadmissible evidence. Well, I guess I've mastered both the pen and the sword.
People tell me that if I just spoke more softly, others
No me
might
interesa.
find it
Next.
easier to forgive me. But the only reason they think that way is because they've never been branded a pariah before. I condemn you! Freeze to the core!
What?
Eye for an eye! Vengeance will be mine!
¿Tiene pinta de otro boss? ¿De alguna quest? ¿De la tipa esta?
This serenity pot is all yours now.
Ah, el housing. Ah, que te metes dentro de la tetera de la pava esta. Pero ¿cómo?
Oh, you needn't worry about that.
Qué
I've
fuerte.
already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Pues tiene su rollo. Un poco friki, ¿no? Lo de la tetera, pero bueno. Oh. Ay, la Diona. Hostia, o sea, que te montas como tu Matrix ahí de... Me gusta. La letra pequeña de abajo. No puedo leeros porque no tengo el chat, ¿vale? Si hay alguien en el chat, I'm so sorry. Porque me tengo que conectar rápido por el otro OBS y no tengo la cajita de chat, así que no os puedo leer ahora, pero luego os leo. Pero pinta acá, ¿eh? Ay, la tetera, el housing de la tetera, qué fuerte, Antonia, muy fuerte. Simplifier Initiation. What? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Iniciación a un amplificador de energía? Battlefront Misty Dungeon. Voy a poner como un dominio nuevo. Entiendo. What? ¿Qué es eso, tío? Que te escondes en una caja, pero ¿cómo? ¿Mimitomo? ¿What? ¿Qué es? Demasiada información. Overflowing Mastery. Ah, hostia. Los artefactos. Uy, 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 uy. Ah, bueno, claro, hielo y fuego de los dos personajes nuevos.
Wow, there was a lot going on in that trailer. It looks like Zhongli is gonna have a new storyline here with a super tough-looking dragon to fight. So be careful out there, Zach.
Hey, I've leveled up a lot since the last version. This dragon's got nothing on me.
Yeah, sure, Zach. You really expect us to believe that?
Personally, I'm excited for these new characters. They look super cool.
Yeah, and that sounds like a solid place to start, so why don't I begin by introducing the new characters first?
Sounds good to me.
Bueno, es que es una Chonjun así, ¿no? En tía, ¿no? 5 estrellas y tal. El diseño mola, por eso. Es waifu total. Vamos, que tampoco le veo mucha más utilidad, ¿no? Aparte del concept art del personaje y del personaje en sí, vaya, pero tampoco no le veo yo.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work?
No me llama mucho la Eula esta a mí.
Oh,
O
yes.
sea, está guay el
I'll
personaje,
teach
el
you
diseño y
all.
tal, pero
Mark my words.
no me acaba de.
Introducing our new playable character, Eula, captain of the Knights of Favonius Reconnaissance Company. She carries a cryovision and elegantly wields her frosty claymore.
Yeah, the way she handles
Es como la
her
Chonjun,
is
esa es la
truly
Chonjun de
amazing.
Multas,
Like, she
¿no?
even did a cartwheel with her sword. No wonder she's called the Spindrift Knight.
Yeah, her combat style really stands out.
Forget fighting. Her style is more like dancing or gymnastics.
Seriously, she doesn't move like other claymore wielders at all. Her motions are way lighter and more fluid.
Perhaps that's a result of the training passed down through her aristocratic bloodline.
Oh, she's a descendant of the family that was once overthrown by the Knights of Favonius, right?
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Ooh, I'm sensing a complex backstory here. Now the question comes,
Como te lo venden ahí,
would she be serving in the Knights of Favonius?
I don't know. For revenge? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, yes and no. Although Eula often talks about taking revenge on others, she doesn't seem to mean it for real. As strange as it sounds, it's just her own way of expressing care for other people. Let's have a look at her skills, shall we?
Yes, please.
With her elemental skill, Ice Tide Vortex, Eula slashes swiftly, dealing cryo damage. However, her elemental skill has different effects depending on whether you tap or hold the skill button.
Ooh, interesting. Tell us more.
Yeah.
Ah, bueno,
When
tipo de
tapping
carga,
the
¿no?
elemental skill, Eula gains a stack of Grimheart by hitting an opponent. Grimheart increases Eula's defense and resistance to interruption.
Sounds cool for a claymore wielder. What will happen if we hold her elemental skill then?
I was hoping you would ask that. When the skill is held, Eula consumes the stacks of Grimheart, and surrounding opponents will have their physical resistance and cryo resistance decreased. Each stack of Grimheart consumed will be converted into an Ice World brand that deals cryo damage to nearby opponents.
Ooh, I'm loving her Grimheart mechanic already.
Yeah, me
Bueno, es
too.
baja la defensa del
Eula's
crío, por lo
elemental
tanto, bueno.
burst, Glacial Illumination,
Está
deals
guay.
cryo damage to nearby opponents and creates a Lightfall sword that follows her around for a certain duration. When her own normal attacks, Elemental Skill and Elemental Burst deal damage to opponents, they will charge the Lightfall sword until it explodes violently once its duration ends.
Oh, Ultimate más friki,
Explosive
¿no?
icy sword. Wow. That seems almost like a contradiction. I mean, ice that explodes?
Es como lo de la Noel,
It's
pero
like
como
mixing
explota al final,
innocence.
hace ataque de área,
Right?
supongo, cuando se
But
termina,
it's
¿no?
somehow fitting for her character, you know? A noble heir who joins the family's arch enemy, who moves elegantly but causes violent explosions, who manipulates cryo element but is called the Spindrift Knight. She's full of contradictions.
Nice, Sarah. That's pretty deep.
Thanks.
Hey, why don't we take a look at our next new playable character in version 1.5?
Sounds good.
Esta sí, esta sí. Oh. Fire ahí a saco. Oh, me encanta. Toma, toma, toma ahí. ¡Buah! Ya la quiero. Me flipa. Quiero ver más.
Need a cure for insomnia? Huh. Let me read you the history of the development of Liyue's legal system. None of my friends have ever lasted longer than 20 minutes.
The other new playable character in version 1.5 is Yenfei, a legal advisor active in Liyue Harbor. She's a catalyst
Es abogada,
and
tío.
holds a pirate.
Abogada soltera.
Interestingly enough, she happens to be part illuminated beast.
Oh, just like Ganyu.
Exactly.
So, are those two sticks on her head her version of horns, or are they more like antlers?
Wait, I thought those were her pigtails, no?
No, Zach, not at all.
Oh.
No,
Kind of thing you'd see used to stamp a contract?
Mm-hmm. You are correct. Both her normal attack, her elemental skill signed edict, and her elemental burst done deal grant her scarlet seals, which decrease Yenfei's stamina consumption. But these scarlet seals are not the big seal you saw.
Oh, so the scarlet seals must have been all those little red markings floating around her.
That's right. When she uses her charged attack, Yenfei consumes all scarlet seals, which in
Es como la
turn
Ningguang, ¿no?
increase her charged attack's area of effect and damage.
Oh, so that's what I saw.
It sure was. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that Eula and Yenfei have some special connections to one another.
What would a night in Mondstadt have to do with a legal advisor in Liyue Harbor?
Sounds like a mystery.
Yes, indeed. One which the
Indeed.
travelers will get to discover on their own.
Leave it to me.
Rude. Leave it to us.
Oh, yeah, right. Us.
Right.
Oh, you two. And that's
Las
all
campanas
there is
de
we
fuego me
have on the new
flipan.
characters.
Wait a minute. Didn't you forget something?
I don't think so. You know, I have a pretty good memory, Zach.
Zach was gonna ask where we'll get to pull these adorable new characters from, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that, all in good time. Right now seems to be a good time for us to give away our first redemption code.
Oh, now?
Like I said, you never know when they'll appear.
Precisely.
Give
The
me
first
more.
code will
Give
be
me more.
unearthed and
Tengo que rascar muchas protogemas.
2.
Tengo que ahorrar mucho para estos personajes. Luego los colgaré porque los tengo ya de la que han hecho de la versión china de esta mañana. Pero no sé si serán los mismos. Voy a quitar este título. Tomen nota, caballeros. Código nuevo. Corre, corre. Ay, qué pena lo del chatbox, tío. Porque no sé por qué no me ha salido el chatbox, tío. Estoy en OBS, no estoy en Streamlabs. Y no sé cómo poner el chatbox, tío. Por si hay alguien. Qué rabia, tío.
It seems only fitting to collect some rewards before we talk about event wishes in version 1.5.
Yeah.
All right. I know you guys are anxious to hear more. In version 1.5, the two 5-star characters Zhongli and Eula will appear successively in their own separate event wishes.
Many of the players have been waiting for Zhongli's return, and it's finally happening!
The players have been waiting. I've been waiting. Okay, to elaborate, Yenfei will be featured in Zhongli's event wish, Gentry of Hermitage. The exact dates and durations for the event wishes will be officially announced later. Aside from the new characters, a new 5-star weapon and 2 sets of new artifacts will also be released in version 1.5.
Ooh, very cool.
That new claymore looks pretty ornate. It sort of reminds me of the 5-star bow Elegy for the End from version 1.4.
Oh, good observation. Now, this new 5-star claymore is called Song of Broken Pines, and it has a physical damage bonus.
It has quite a poetic name, too. I wonder if it belongs to the same series as Elegy for the End.
Perhaps. And there may even be a hidden story behind them.
Ooh, I already feel a story coming! You know, whenever Keith even mentions the word story, I just want to break out the popcorn.
I know exactly what you mean. Let me guess, it's a very epic and long story.
Ah, yes, a very long story.
You guys really have big imaginations, you know that? Look, aside from the weapons, there will be 2 sets of new artifacts for players to collect. Tenacity of the Millilith and Pale Flame.
Ooh, awesome. Where can we get them?
If past updates are any indication, my bet would be that they'll be in a new domain.
And that is correct. The new domain, Ridgewatch, will be available to travelers after the version update. Now, it's located in the mountainous area that connects Mondstadt and Liyue.
Finally! We're getting a teleport waypoint there. That's always been one of the harder areas for players to reach.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people have used their portable waypoints to get there. Now we can save those for some other places.
Now, in addition to the new gear, some new storylines will be released too.
Se habrá nuevo
Version
dominio.
1.5 update, Diona's Hangout event and Act 2 of Noelle's Hangout event will be available for players to enjoy.
Ah, citas con Diona, tío.
Noelle? That is so sweet. I
Qué
really
mona.
love the Hangout memory illustrations with Noelle.
Okay, but
Y como una segunda parte de Noel, ¿no?
we're getting in version 1.
No he hecho ni la primera todavía.
Ooh.
Act 2 of Zhongli's story quest will be released in the update as well, followed by Eula's own story quest.
Wow, I already can't wait to see more of Zhongli's storyline. Can you tell us more about what's gonna happen, Keith?
Well, as you saw in the trailer, the dragon Ajdaha, who seems to have
Como
some,
mola.
let's say, history with Zhongli, will be making an appearance in Zhongli's story quest.
Sounds interesting, but who exactly is this Ajdaha?
Oh, it was mentioned in the quest about the nameless treasure. Seems like Mr. Zhongli's past is finding its way back to him.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember, and meeting those who share the memory leaves an indescribable feeling.
Sarah, look, it's him!
It is!
You guys. Okay, in a word, Ajdaha is going to play an important role in Zhongli's story quest. And the disturbance it causes will also pose a serious threat to Liyue. Furthermore, this dragon will become a weekly boss. So, let's take a closer look at it in battle.
Uy, 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 uy. Se viene, se viene, se viene el bicho, se viene bicho, se viene bicho gordo. Este mola más que el que pusieron, que el otro que pusieron en la otra versión, tío. Esto se ve como más tocho, ¿no? Más... Un poco lo mismo, ¿no? Pero bueno. El diseño mola más por eso.
All right then.
I don't know. It actually looks kind of cute.
¿Cómo?
Wants a new pet now.
Yeah, kind of cute, like it's gonna rip off my head.
No, I mean, it's got that little cute smirk happening. I think it's kind of cute.
Oh, that's true.
Right? And it's got those branches on its tail.
El arbolito en la cola, súper gracioso, tío.
There was a girl standing under a tree mumbling about the awakening of some most awe-inspiring individual. Remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, so
Es verdad, la de la
she was talking
quest.
about Ajdaha.
She was. Beneath the tree, or as it's called, the Dragon Queller, is the cavern where Ajdaha was sealed away.
This new monster reminds me of Geo-Bishops.
Absolutely. They have plenty of similar traits. As a boss, Ajdaha can change its element, hence the different colors you see on its body.
It seems like when it switches its element, the surroundings in the domain change too.
Oh, looks like there will be a variety of conditions for us to deal with.
Ooh, are you excited, Zach?
Well, with all the lessons I've learned from fighting Geo-Bishops, I'm confident that I can crush this Lord of Bishops.
Good luck, Zach. You're the man. Okay, the next new monster we're about to meet will be a new member of the Hypostasis family, the Cryo-Hypostasis. Let's see it in action.
Qué bien, ya tendremos que matar flores de hielo todo el rato para subir a los personajes de hielo, tío. Un poco de variedad, ¿no? Me gusta. ¿Esa es la Yanfei o la Klee? Esa es la Klee, ¿no? Pobrecilla. Klee, corre, corre. Tiene pinta de mamón este, de darte por saco un ratito.
In the meanwhile, it attacks its enemies.
Which means us.
Huh, but it seems like we'll never be able to finish it off if we can't break the shield. So, how can we take its shield down?
Oh, I know the answer to this one. Travelers will need to figure it out on their own in version 1.5.
And with that, the apprentice has become the master. Yes, you are getting the idea. And there's one other new enemy we're going to see in version 1.5.
Está claro que con hidro no. Si eso llévate un Spiro y vemos. Vamos viendo. A ver qué tal.
Well, technically, he would be my gigantic blue dude if you are the traveler.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Seriously, do you guys bicker about everything?
Yes.
Anyway, it turns out that another one of the Abyss Order's elite monsters will be making a debut in version 1.5. The Abyss Lector. Let's take a look, shall we?
¿Qué es esto? ¿Cómo mola este? ¿Este que han dicho que es jefe de dominio, ha dicho? ¿O es de la quest del Zongli? No entiendo. ¿Esto qué es? Pues me mola mucho. El barro del abismo.
Only it was that easy.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, Zach. I know you well enough. What are you thinking about over there?
Well, the Abyss Herald we met before was like an assassin.
Os leo por el móvil, que lo sepáis.
The Herald could manipulate the hydro element, while the Lector manipulates the electro element. Now that I think about it, what if I could put them on my team?
Well, yeah, practically speaking, that would make a very good team.
Well, that could be what the lost sibling was thinking.
I'm sure the lost sibling said,
I will have order.
And now we have the Abyss Order.
Well, that's everything we have for our new monsters. So next, we will get a peek of an all-new permanent feature called Serenity Pot, which will be available starting in version 1.5.
El housing.
I'll leave this part to you.
Got it. After we help the city get through its crisis, the Adepti of Liyue have taken note of our hard work. Knowing we are outlanders who often camp out in the wilds, they decided to give us a Serenity Pot as a gift.
Camping in the wild?
No es lo que yo me imaginaba, pero pinta bien. O sea, ¿no? Tendremos como más espacio y no será una casita única y exclusivamente, será como algo más amplio, tío. Eso me mola. Relajatetera, la traducción es un poco fail, ¿eh? Suena muy mal. Más relajatetera.
Well, the Adepti of Liyue are mighty illuminated beings with great power. Creating a realm within is nothing but creating a little trinket for them.
Keith, you sound so cool.
You sound cool.
Oh, thanks. Let's take a closer look inside this so-called teapot. For starters, there are 3 different realm layouts for us to choose from. Floating Abode, Emerald Peak, and Cool Isle.
Wow, so this is what the Adepti would consider just a trinket?
Ay, no sé. Qué indecisión más tonta, ¿no? Ay, esto es buenísimo.
Oh my gosh, Tubby is so round and cute. I love it.
And it plays an important role in our realm too. When we raise its trust rank, it will give us some rewards and unlock new features for our realm. For example, the 3 different realm layouts. We'll have to increase our trust rank if we want to unlock them all.
Okay, so question. If I rub Tubby, will it grant me 3 wishes?
What are you talking about? Tubby's not a genie.
Okay. I was just thinking, magic lamp, magic teapot. So anyway, how do we increase trust rank with Tubby then?
Al grano, tú.
Whenever we create new furnishings, Tubby's trust increases.
Ay, se llama Gordy. Me encanta, por Dios, el Gordy. Adora a Gordy ya.
Once we've collected the necessary materials for creating furnishings, we can make those furnishings in the Serenity Pot and use them to decorate our home. Of course, we can also buy some furnishings directly from Tubby.
Sé de alguien que está muy viciado al Minecraft que se lo va a pasar pipa con el housing.
Really? That's a super specific choice.
Well, I'm a super specific guy.
Anyway, this Serena teapot will be a large personal realm that players may manage. They can take their time considering how to decorate the space and can fill it with the things they like to make it feel like home.
I see. Okay, then let's prepare some radiant gray.
Cuidado, que yo pensaba que iban a ser 4 chuminadas, pero
Standard of home is
pinta
way
que
too
esto
high.
tiene
And
tela.
that's wrong because.
I mean, you know what? You do you. You do you.
Yeah, totally. Well, if we are short of any practical decoration ideas, we can also apply to enter our friends' realms for some inspiration. We can just stop by for a visit and snap some nice photos.
Ooh, that means we can throw parties in our personal realms. That'll be so fun. Are you gonna put me on your ultra exclusive guest list, Zach?
Nope.
Zach!
Just kidding. You know, we're going from roughing it in the wild to luxurious house parties. I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, and the realms seem very large too.
Bueno, tenemos como mini raids caseras, ¿no? Aquello
Yeah,
está guay,
we can
tío.
create views outside the house and arrange the layouts of furnishings. And as we put more furnishings into the Serena teapot, our adeptal energy increases, enabling the realm to produce more realm currency.
So, more furnishings increase adeptal energy. I like the sound of that.
I knew you'd
Uy,
like
uy, uy,
that.
qué viciada. Uy, 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 que me...
That's right. We can exchange realm currency for a variety of materials and rewards. And sometimes a teapot traveling salesman carrying.
Ay, por
realm
favor,
treasure
Gordy es
might appear.
adorable, tío.
So be sure to check it out.
Noted.
Las mascotas.
There's already a lot on everyone's.
¿Que me voy a poder
list
comprar
this
gatos,
year.
dices?
And there might be even more to come in
Pero
the future.
¿cómo?
Let's wait and see what the Serena teapot holds for us in store together.
I will, and in the meantime, I will stuff my realm with satisfying furnishings.
All right, just please don't make Tubby work too hard.
I won't, and as always, I'm sure the travelers will cover my expenses.
Huh? Wait a minute. What?
Can we even afford that?
Well, I mean, with the two of you together, you might be able to cover it.
I don't have any.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm just kidding. You should have seen your faces right then.
Anyways, that's all the news we have for the upcoming Serena Teapot feature. In the next section, we'll get to learn about some exciting events that will be exclusive to version 1.5. But now, it seems about time to give away our second redemption code.
Yeah, more rewards.
Practically speaking, the faster you act.
Venga, códigos, venga, códigos.
Goodies inbound in 3, 2, 1.
Espera, voy a subir esto un poco. Mejor casi que lo voy a poner aquí. Me voy poniendo al día con el chat. Qué horror, no puedo poner el chatbox, no sé por qué, tío. Odio lo OBS Studio. Con Streamlabs, tío, es que he tenido problemillas ahora. No, super hype, o sea, hola, ¿qué hace? O sea, ¿cuándo sale esto, dices? Ya, que salga ya. Lo necesito. I need it in my life. Ya, right now.
Welcome back, adventurers. It's time to unveil the special events coming in version 1.5.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so first on the list is an event called Energy Amplifier Initiation.
¿Qué es esto?
In this event, a Sumeru researcher will ask us to gather Irminsul fruit fragments. For a time, we'll be entrusted with a mysterious ancient relic, the Energy Amplifier. With this relic, we can unleash the power of the fragments we collect.
Uy, perdón.
During the event, this Energy Amplifier will grant us some effects in combat.
So it really is literally amplifying our abilities. Speaking of ancient relics, I feel like Mr. Zhongli would know something about that.
¿Cómo va esto?
What are you looking at me for? You know I'm not really Zhongli, right?
Oh,
But I do happen to have some insight on the energy amplifier. For one, there are variations of how you can configure the fragments into the energy amplifier.
¿Eh?
One variable, motive force, affects how many fragments one can configure. The higher the sum of your character's levels, the higher motive force you can provide to the energy amplifier. With higher motive force, players will be able to equip more high-quality fragments to strengthen their team.
What if I don't have enough characters at higher levels?
As always, Zach, that's where your friends come in. You can borrow up to 3 characters from your friends to increase your motive force. You got that, Zach?
Oh, friends. Yeah, got it. So the question then is, how do we gather all the fragments?
There are plenty of fragments spread all over the map. We'll search for the fragments in places of interest throughout the open world.
But it won't be easy to get treasures as powerful as Irminsul fruit fragments. Now, players will have to get rid of any trouble circling around the fragments before they're able to collect them.
Ah, that makes sense.
And we'll also be able to enter something called a Twisted Realm in the later phase of the event.
Twisted Realm? Sounds like a teapot gone wrong.
Not exactly. There are 4 domains in the Twisted Realm, and each has different bizarre twists. We'll be able to select the difficulty and conditions for the domains we enter, just as in the previous Hypostatic Symphony event. Of course, higher difficulties will grant better rewards.
Okay, so this'll be one for players who are looking for some serious challenges.
And I should mention that a contract with Diona, the bartender of Mondstadt, will be one of the various rewards from the event shop.
Cool. It sounds like we can add her to our team by participating in all kinds of activities from the event.
That's right. Go get her.
O sea, que te darán a Diona si consigues superar el evento.
Battlefront, Misty Dungeon.
De las que yo ya tengo.
Huh? This sounds like a completely
Constelación.
different kind of game.
In this event, there will be 6 themed trials for us to complete, and we'll only be able to use characters from a set pool of trial characters from the event. Throughout the trials, our team will not form any elemental resonance, and food and potions in our inventory will also not be accessible.
Now that sounds tough.
But before each trial, we can preview the monsters we'll be encountering, along with some corresponding tips and tasks. So it is possible for us to choose characters that fit the conditions before we start. Nice, right?
Yeah, that's a relief. Whew. So, what do we need to do to pass these trials?
In each trial, players need to activate all 3 of the ancient runes within the time limit to gain access to the final challenge. There are benediction mechanics with the trials, which allow players to obtain certain bonus effects and make it easier to complete the trials.
At the same time, there are also some automated weapons systems that will detect and attack any intruders. Players will need to use the appropriate reactions to temporarily disable these devices.
We're definitely gonna have to use our heads to get the right strategies.
Totally! And with rewards like Primo Gems, Mora, and other materials awaiting, it'll definitely be worth a shot.
Primo Gems? Oh, I'm in!
Our next event is called Mimi Tomo.
Sounds
Mimitomo.
Hilichurlian?
You nailed it! This event is about a certain unusual hilichurl we might encounter in various locations.
I see. The one that throws Primo Gems at players, right?
Okay, to viewers who are searching for where you can find this unusual hilichurl right now, just know you can't actually use the Primo Gems it throws at you.
Lately, this unusual hilichurl has been stirring up trouble on the merchant routes. It's time for us to teach it a lesson.
But this hilichurl is not an easy one to trace.
So, we'll need to borrow some help from an expert. Perhaps you remember the hilichurlian expert Ella Musk?
Ay, la niña esta que habla.
Yeah, you mean that little girl in the library?
So it's time for her to teach us a lesson.
Cuidado con el racismo, ¿eh?
Yeah. We'll be utilizing
Que la van a volver a
the
liar.
handbook of hilichurlian from her to communicate with other hilichurls for intel on the whereabouts of this unusual hilichurl.
That seems like fun, but I'm not sure I can memorize that much hilichurlian.
You can write it down, Zach.
Or you can take a screenshot.
Oh, yeah, screenshot. Now that's good advice.
The only question now is, how reliable is this handy handbook of hilichurlian? After all, it has a disclaimer on its title page saying it cannot be held responsible for any consequences of its use.
Wait, so you're saying it could potentially do more harm than good?
If that's the case, we'll have to persuade the hilichurls by physical means.
Me estoy abrumando con tanta información, eventos, dominios,
Wouldn't be persuasion?
amplificadores de... What?
I'm confused. We're talking about bribing them with some apples or something, right? Like that type of persuasion?
Creo que lo de tocar la lira y volar no tampoco me parece tan mal ahora, ¿eh?
Now you're making me feel like I'm a bad person.
Anyway, players will gain some furnishing blueprints, primo gems, and other rewards from the event, so be sure not to miss out on this one. Our next event is simply called Wind Trace. Personally, I'd like to call it hide and seek.
Ay, no, lo de las que te escondes en las cajas y te mueves, qué fuerte.
Wind Trace actually originates from when ancient nobles were hunting for rebels in Mondstadt.
¿Qué es esto?
Okay. Now things are starting to sound a little bit scary.
No worries, Zach. Today it's transcended from its dark history, passing down only the names of the two sides, Hunter and Rebels.
Oh, so what does a round of Wind Trace look like?
I'm glad you asked, Zach. Players will be playing in contested zones. They will be allocated one of the two sides, the Hunter or the Rebels. The Rebels hide and the Hunter seeks. But there's more to it than just that. The Rebels use their windward arts to disguise themselves, place bait, or temporarily enter a hidden state.
Me está dando un poco de perecita ya verlo, Aviso.
How about the Hunter? What can they do?
The Hunter can use various arts to detect the location of the Rebels and disable their tricks and disguises.
So, the two sides are really going at it then.
Yeah, and during the game, favors will descend upon the area at random, and both sides can pick up these favors to help charge up their own so-called secret favor.
There are 5 contested zones in the open world, so those who are familiar with all the areas and terrain will have some advantages.
Good news for those treasure chest hunters out there.
Yeah. Players will obtain Wind Trace coins from the event and unlock a variety of rewards, including a Wind Trace themed name card. But if you play the game in co-op mode with your friends, or if you've already reached the daily limit of obtainable Wind Trace coins, then you won't be able to gain any more.
Ah, I see.
I hope you'll all enjoy this little game. Our final event is called Overflowing Mastery.
Van a regalar talentos así, make it rain.
That's right. Only this time, we will have doubled talent level up materials.
Make it
During the
rain.
event, we will have 3 chances daily to collect double rewards using original resin from selected domains of mastery.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time we'll have an event that doubles talent level up.
Pues ya tocaba, después de 5 parches.
Exactly. So if you need to grind for talent level up materials, this will be your chance.
I bet everybody's gonna love that. Alright, that's about all we have for the special events in version 1.5. As always, the last part of our version previews will be regarding new optimizations and adjustments coming to the game. Keith, would you like to explain the coming changes for version 1.5 to our viewers?
Sure thing. Starting from version 1.5, the cost of original resin to claim rewards for the first 3 weekly bosses will be reduced from 60 to 30.
Okay, that's half the cost.
Yeah.
Menos mal.
We'll have a total of 4 weekly bosses, so that means we'll be able to claim rewards from all the weekly bosses using a single day's resin.
And we'll even have 10 original resin left over.
4. Solo tenemos 3.
Yeah.
¿Quién es el cuarto?
Next, after the version update, character companionship experience gained while playing in team with other players in co-op mode will be doubled.
So, if we want to accelerate our friendship with some characters and learn more about their stories, we can defeat bosses or clear domains with other players in co-op mode.
Oh yes, no need to remind me on the importance of
Ah,
friends
bueno, mira,
again.
eso está guay. Menos, si juegas con más gente también acumulas experiencia de multi. Depende de
The third
amistad.
optimization will be about mailing alerts for when events are ending. After the version update, Genshin Impact will send mail alerts to players before any limited time events end.
Yeah, considering all the unique gameplay and loads of rewards
Bueno, eso también está guay.
events, it would be a pity to miss them.
Definitely. For players who are too busy to check the end time of each event, the mail alert will for sure come in handy.
Yeah, absolutely. Our last optimization, coming in version 1.5, will be about slimming down the game's overall size.
Oh, that sounds kind of cool.
With this optimization, players can manage the voiceover files they've installed. If you no longer want to keep the audio files for a certain language, you can delete the corresponding voiceover files manually. And that audio pack will not update in future version updates.
I imagine that could save quite a bit of space. I know audio files can be massive.
Aw, but what if they decide to delete the English voiceovers?
No, don't delete us, please.
Pues creo que van a ser los primeros en desaparecer.
Well, there's not much of us.
¿Alguien dijo japonés?
Oh, well, okay, yeah. I guess it doesn't hurt that much when you put it that way.
No, it does hurt because Zhongli has a lot to say. So please keep the English files.
If you like us, then please keep the English voiceovers, everyone.
Sí, ya verás
And
tú.
on that note, it's time to release the third redemption code to our loyal viewers.
Yay! Are you ready?
Creo que debo ser el único streamer de todo Twitch que tiene el Genshin con las voces en inglés. Los veo todo. O sea, si fueran los archivos de voz en inglés, ahora mismo estarían temblando un poco. Bueno, luego habrá que canjear los códigos, tío, qué guay. Muchas cosas, tío, tengo que asimilarlo un poco todo, tío. El tema del housing me parece una pasada. Los dos personajes me encantan. Bueno, la de fuego mucho, la otra regular. En el rerun de Zhongli, win. O sea que los eventos en cuestión no los acabo de entender muy bien. Eso de la energía aumentada y tal, no he entendido mucho, pero bueno. Acabo de buscar como unos cristales, luego como que darles fuerza con personajes de nivel alto, ¿no? Y no sé muy bien para qué, pero bueno. Ya lo veremos. El del Hide and Seek, hombre, a ver, sí, puede estar gracioso, pero tampoco me parece un evento aquello como para echar cohetes. Está bien, pero... Y el otro tampoco, el de los Kichuris es un poco friki, ¿no? O sea que claro, lo de los Kichuris supongo que ya te lo meten para... Y además te daban cosas para el housing, o sea que las van encadenando.
Time really flew by.
Yeah, I know, right? How did you like your first special program, Sarah?
I've loved being here with you guys. It's so special and fun. Plus, the twins got to be reunited, even if it was only for a little bit. I really hope that they'll invite me for more special programs in the future because this was super fun.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Puede ser más cute la Lumina
How did you like
chibi
doing the
esta.
special program?
Me encanta.
You're kidding? I love this. I mean, what's better than
Zhongli
being able to
chibi,
make
ahí
all
te
these
digo.
announcements? I mean, everyone's so hyped to find out what's in store, and we get to be the people to share that with them. So it's amazing. Plus, I am looking forward to spending quite a bit of time in the Serenity Teapot.
Yeah, me too. Alright, thanks for watching the Genshin Impact version 1.5 special program, everyone. And I hope you all have fun in your teapots.
Bye, everybody. See you in version 1.5.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
¿Se ha acabado ya?
Still there? Yes. I was hoping you'd still be there because we have an extra special surprise for you. Check this out.
What the fuck? ¿Pero para cuándo? ¿Para cuándo lo sacáis, mamones de mi hoyo? Lo necesitamos ya. Queremos zona nueva, asquerosos. ¡Buah! ¿Se acabó lo que se daba? Ah, pero en el... Oh. En el Big Face.
Vamos a pasar aquí.
Mira Paquino. Hola Paquino.
Vale, el personaje de Eula, ¿vale? Su lore lo silencio. Lo que hemos visto del lore de este personaje, os voy a repasar un poco el lore y habilidades.
Paquino, hasta luego.
La Eula es la jefa de la escuadra de reconocimiento de los caballeros.
Bueno, vamos a ir cerrando esto, gente. Voy a salir de aquí, a ver si me puedo salir, escape. Vale, vamos a ir cerrando ya la ventanita. Bueno, no sé qué os ha parecido. Yo la verdad es que me he quedado bastante impactado. Mucha información de golpe que tengo que como que asimilar, ¿sabes? Y bueno, si queréis ahora luego lo podemos comentar un ratito más tarde, ¿vale? Así podemos hacer incluso un Discord y todo y hablarlo aquí mientras jugamos un ratito a Genshin y intercambiamos las proto gems. Así que nada, vamos a hacer una pequeña pausa. Voy a salirme un momentito, cojo fuerzas, merendamos, vale, chiquis, y si os parece me vuelvo a conectar a través del Streamlabs ya, jugamos un ratito a Genshin y comentamos la jugada a través de Discord, si os parece. ¿Sí? Os tengo aquí en el chat, os veo desde el móvil. Perfecto, pues nada, chicas, chicos, nos vemos ahora en un ratito. Vale, desconectamos un segundo, hacemos un pequeño break y nos vemos ahora. Un beso, hasta ahora. Chao.